How's it going, guys? This is Mustard here, bringing you what hopefully will be quite a quick and, well, fingers crossed, useful video for you regarding some tech found with Blue Beetle. One cool thing about Blue Beetle as a character is his trait. It's really important. The stance change between Mace stance, where you can shoot projectiles, and this is what your forward 3 and back 3 looks like and stuff like that. Obviously, you get the shield bash. And his blade stance, where you get massively increased range on your normals, or your punching attacks, I should say. And this is what your charge becomes. Now, managing your stances and being able to swap between them safely and effectively is super important to Beetle. And that's what this video is going to be covering. A new discovery made, well, kind of new. Some people have been talking about it already, but I think it's important enough to kind of shed some light on it. About how you can stance change during certain special moves. So normally you can just swap in the neutral, or you can like hit confirm into it, or special cancel into it, whatever you want to do. But this is about, if you press 4 during certain special attacks, you will end that special attack in the other stance. And to show you what I mean, I'm going to do my down forward one here, and press 4 during it. As you can see, I've ended it with the blades out, and this will work the other way too. So down forward one with blades out, keep pressing 4 during it, and bam, as it finishes, I've now gone into Mace again, where I can start shooting projectiles. This has a couple of really good and useful applications. For example, you get max damage off your meter burn down forward 1 in Mace stance, or, you know, at least what people think is max damage so far. So if I quickly show that off. That's not going to work. There you go. That's kind of max damage right now. It's 406 in your Mace stance. And obviously if I'm in Blade stance, I can't really do that because I don't get the projectile, so I can't do that extension. That's where this tech comes into play. So if I go 1-1-1, meter down forward 1 in Blade stance, swap. That's not going to work. It's a little bit more fiddly because it involves pressing 4 at a certain time, but it is quite a generous window. I'm kind of just pressing it multiple times because I haven't quite got the specific timing down yet, but you see what I mean. This is a way to get max damage off meter burn down forward 1, even if you're in Blade stance. So let's say you catch like a really long range overhead in this, and then you go into Blade. You get your full max damage off of this, off anything. Anything you connect here. It could be a down 1 at max range. We can try and get this to, there we go, let's see if that works. There we go. Then go to other stance. And just like that. It means you can get that max damage off of any meter burn down forward 1, utilizing the meter burn down forward 1 off any of these crazy new normals you get in your Blade stance, which is really useful. Another good application for this is if you're in Blade stance and you desperately need to be out of your opponent's face. For example, Atrocitus, you don't want him getting anywhere near you as Blue Beetle. You want to keep him away, build that bar so you can push block. And if you're in Blade stance, that might be quite tricky to do, because if you've got these out, he hasn't got to worry about projectiles. So you can do the same thing for his back forward 3, this Blade charge. If I press 4 during it, I'm going to end it with the mace stance out. So what you can do when you've got the blades out, let's say I hit something here, I don't know, let's say I go for, what's a cool example here, let's just go for a 2-bar confirm. I've got one. So let's say I just need to get him out of my face, swap to Mace, and then bam, just like that, I'm now full screen again. I've got my my blades out, and that's because I hit confirmed, set him full screen, did a chunk of damage, and then ended in the Mace stance. That is where this specific tech can be super useful, is being able to swap to whatever stance you need depending on the matchup, and do it in a safe way that you're not actually sacrificing damage. Because before, you know, the easiest and most effective way is probably just, you know, getting any hit and then forward 2 into stance swap, just like that, which you sacrifice quite a lot of damage if you do it early on. You're missing some advantage here because you're using some of it to swap, so it wasn't 100% the most effective way of doing it. But that said, if you're kind of swapping from stance to stance to stance, your opponent is constantly guessing, and there's a little bit of a sequence you can do from this. So let's say I start in, let's have a look. Let's say I start in Blade stance. I want to get max damage, but end in Blade stance again. This is something you can kind of go for. There we go, now I've got blades out again, jumped in, caught that, but let's say I want to get him full screen now. I can turn, hit confirm that as well, and then end in the Mace stance again. So you can kind of see what I'm getting at here when I say that you can swap from stance to stance depending on where you need them to be, whether you need the projectiles, whether you need the better jump-ins from this. Like, let's not forget, this cross-up is absolutely nutty. I mean, just that one by itself is pretty hard to deal with. And it all comes down to knowing when you can swap, right? Knowing what special you can confirm into, getting that maximum damage even if you're in Blade stance. And also, if you do down back 1 and whiff it, you can do that too. So whiff down back 1, and then press 4, and you swap stances. I'm not quite sure too much what this is useful for. I haven't really found a consistent application for the whiff down back 1 yet, but it's something to keep in mind, which is pretty cool. But that's about it. So hopefully you guys understood this, and hopefully it's useful to you. I understand it's probably not the most groundbreaking find, but I think a character like Beetle has a lot of untapped potential, and I think one by one Beetle players are starting to really see this, and hopefully this character goes some cool places. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to stick around for more videos like this, and we'll see you next time.